The air shimmers above the cracked mud of a river that is now only a memory. Dust, fine as pollen, coats everything. The stiff, waxy leaves of the cycads, the bones of a long-dead creature picked clean, and your own scaled hide. From the shade of a fern grove, the world you see is painted in shades of ochre and rust under a relentless, white-hot sun. This is a world holding its breath, waiting for a drop of rain that never comes. Ever wonder what it truly felt like to be the apex hunter in a world cracking under an endless sun, where every shadow is a potential threat and every sunrise a promise of more hardship? Let us know in the comments where you're watching from and what lost world you dream of visiting. Now let's turn the page to a forgotten chapter of our world. You are a hunter, a killer of giants, but today you are simply a creature of thirst. Your powerful legs, built to chase down prey across vast plains, are tucked beneath you. Patience is a weapon you wield as skillfully as your claws. You are not alone, but you are lonely. Around you, scattered in the same slivers of shade, are others of your kind. They are not your family, they are your rivals, your temporary allies in this unforgiving landscape. You watch one, a larger male with a scarred snout, his eyes half closed but never still. Another, a younger female, shifts her weight, her low guttural sigh, a puff of dust in the stagnant air. There is no comfort here, only a fragile truce brokered by the oppressive heat. Every gaze holds a question, a calculation of strength and weakness. The alliance is a thread, and the endless drought is pulling it taut. As the sun bleeds across the horizon, painting the sky in fiery colors, a different kind of heat rises, the fire of hunger in your belly. The truce of the midday heat is broken. One by one, you and the others rise, muscles stiff, and begin to move. The air, though cooler, carries a scent on its faint currents, the promise of meat. It is not the fresh scent of a hunt, but the pungent, heavy odor of something already gone. Your group follows it, a silent procession of shadows moving through the twilight. You arrive at a small clearing to find the source, the desiccated carcass of a plant eater, its life surrendered not to a predator, but to the punishing thirst. It is meager, but it is something. The scarred male is first to the prize. He tears at the tough hide with a possessive fury, his deep growls a clear warning. There is no sharing here, only the assertion of rank. You wait, your eyes tracking his every move, the hunger coiling in your gut. When he finally steps back, his jaws stained, you move in. But even this small victory is contested. Another hunter challenges you with a snap of its teeth, forcing you to lunge and roar, a sharp, violent reminder of your own power. You tear away a strip of flesh, swallowing it quickly before it can be stolen. You see the younger female being driven away, left with nothing but the bones. The fleeting security of the group feels like a distant memory. This is not a pack, it is a gathering of knives, and the sharpening stone is hunger. Days turn into a week, and the world shrinks. The sky remains a cloudless, unforgiving sheet of blue. The last waterhole is now a pit of cracked, stinking mud, and the great herds you depend on have vanished, their tracks leading north to lands you cannot reach. They have followed the promise of rain, leaving nothing but silence and dust behind. The hunger is no longer a fire in your belly. It is a cold, hollowing ache. Every member of your ragged group feels it. Eyes that once held suspicion now gleam with open aggression. The thread of your alliance has snapped. It happens at the edge of the muddy basin, the only source of moisture for miles. There is nothing left to hunt, which means the only remaining threat is each other. The scarred male turns on you. There is no ritual, no warning, only a sudden explosive charge. His roar is a physical blow, a declaration that this territory and the last of its water is his. You meet his attack, a storm of teeth and claws. The dry air fills with the sounds of tearing muscle and splintering bone as you slam against each other. He is heavier, his rage fueled by a deeper desperation. You feel his teeth graze your flank, a searing line of fire. You twist away, kicking out with your powerful legs, but you are outmatched. He drives you back, again and again, until you are forced to retreat. The fight ends not with a killing blow, but with your exile. You limp away, watching as he stands over the muddy pit, his victory cry echoing across the empty land you must now leave behind. You are utterly alone. The sun rises on your solitude. The wound on your flank is a hot, tight line of pain, a constant reminder of your exile. For the first time, you understand the sheer scale of the world. Before, it was a territory, a shared space defined by the presence of others. Now, it is an endless, silent expanse that threatens to swallow you whole. Every gust of wind in the skeleton-like trees sounds like the footsteps of something larger than you. A shadow that sweeps across the cracked earth, just a soaring pterosaur, sends a jolt of primal fear through you, a feeling you haven't experienced since you were a juvenile. Without the peripheral vision of a pack, without the security of other bodies around you, you are just another target. Hunger drives you forward. You spend the day stalking a pair of fleet-footed Dinosaurs, their nervous energy a stark contrast to your own calculated movements. In a group, this would be a simple hunt. One of you would drive them from the brush while the others lay in wait. Alone, it is an exercise in futility. You lunge from your cover, a burst of power and speed, but they scatter in opposite directions. You pursue one, your lungs burning in the dry air, but it is too nimble, zigzagging through a canyon of rock until you are forced to give up, your energy wasted. As twilight descends, you find no shelter, only an exposed ledge of rock. The loneliness is a physical weight, heavier than your hunger, and the world has never felt so vast or so dangerous. Another dawn breaks, and with it comes a sight so unbelievable it feels like a dream born of starvation. In the valley below your perch, a titan is moving. A Stegosaurus, a walking mountain of plates and bone, makes its slow, agonizing way toward a grove of withered ferns. Under normal circumstances, you would never dare to hunt such a creature alone. Its thagomizer, the cluster of deadly spikes on its tail, is a weapon that can end a hunter's life with a single well-aimed swing. But this giant is weakened. You can see it in its swaying gait, in the way its massive head hangs low. The drought has leveled the playing field, bringing this fortress of flesh and bone down to the realm of the vulnerable. It is an impossible prize, a meal that could sustain you for weeks. As you creep closer, using the terrain as cover, your mind races, calculating angles of attack, picturing the dance of darting in and lunging out. The risk is immense, but the hunger gnawing at you is a powerful motivator. Then you freeze. Across the small valley, half hidden by a cluster of boulders, you see them, the familiar silhouettes of your former pack. They are watching the same prey, their bodies tensed with the same desperate ambition. The scarred male is there, his formidable profile unmistakable even at a distance. A choice, clear and terrible, crystallizes in the shimmering heat. You can attack alone and almost certainly die. You can retreat and starve. Or you can approach your bitterest rivals and attempt to forge a truce for the only hunt that matters, knowing their greeting is just as likely to be with teeth as it is with acceptance. You make the choice. Survival over pride. You step out from your cover, not with the aggression of a challenger, nor the meekness of a subordinate, but as an equal offering a temporary truce. You move slowly, deliberately toward your old pack. The scarred male turns his massive head, his eyes locking onto yours. A low growl rumbles in his chest, a sound you know well. But he sees the same thing you see, the mountain of meat that is their only hope, and the impossibility of claiming it alone. He gives a short, sharp roar, not of anger, but of acknowledgement. The pact is sealed without another gesture. The hunt is on. What follows is a chaotic, deadly dance. You all spread out, forming a closing circle around the weakened giant. The scarred male charges first, a feint to draw the attention of the deadly spiked tail. The Stegosaurus bellows, swinging the weapon in a terrifying arc that cracks against the rocks. This is your chance. While its attention is fixed, you rush in from the side, your jaws clamping down on a thick, muscular leg. The pain enrages the beast, and it pivots to face you, allowing another hunter to attack its opposite flank. It is a battle of attrition. You are the tide rushing in and pulling back, a dozen points of attack that confuse and exhaust your prey. You feel the wind of the thagomizer whistle past your head, a breath away from death, but you trust the others to press the attack, to draw the fire. Slowly, agonizingly, the giant weakens, its movements becoming sluggish. Finally, with a shuddering groan that seems to shake the very ground, the great beast falls. The panting breaths of the pack are the only sound in the sudden stillness. A strange calm settles over the hunters. The scarred male, his authority re-established not just by brute force, but by leading the successful hunt, moves to the kill first. He takes his share, but the manic aggression from the days of starvation is gone, replaced by a weary confidence. When he is finished, he steps back. All eyes turn to you. You walk forward, your place undisputed, and sink your teeth into the hard-won meal. There is no challenge, no snap of jealous jaws. The air is thick with a new understanding, a respect forged in the crucible of the hunt. You have done more than survive. You have reminded them that the pack, when it works as one, is the true apex predator of this land. Your exile is over, your place cemented not by submission, but by strength. As you feast, a change comes to the world. A cool wind, the first in months, snakes through the valley, carrying a scent you had almost forgotten, the clean, electric smell of rain. You look up from the kill and see the sky, once a uniform, bleached canvas, is now bruised with dark, heavy clouds. A low rumble echoes from the distant mountains. Then the first drop strikes the dust in front of you. Another hits your snout, cool and startling. Soon a steady drumming begins on the broad plates of the fallen Stegosaurus, on the dry leaves, on your own scaled hide. The rain has come. It washes the blood and the dust away, and with it the long hardship of the great thirst. Your journey ends here, with a full belly and the promise of a revitalized world. The rains will replenish the rivers, the great herds will return, and the timeless cycle of life will continue as it always has. The story of this single hunter, played out across a forgotten landscape, is more than just a struggle for a meal. It is a testament to the brutal, beautiful calculus of survival, where isolation can mean death, and community, even one born of desperation, can mean life. As you step away from this window to the past, carry with you the feeling of that first drop of rain. It's a reminder that even after the longest droughts, life finds a way. The world may change, the giants may fall, but the story of resilience is written forever in the bones of the earth.